All right, guys, welcome back to the channel today. Hope everybody's doing well. I haven't done a how-to video in a while, and I got to thinking. I was moving these bikes around. I gave the Hemi a bath yesterday, and I thought, man, let me share this with these guys. This is something free and easy. It's been one of my only complaints about the Himalayan, and we fixed it for free. So without rambling on a bit, let's get right into it, guys. 21 Himalayan. This is going to go for 18 to 22. It's just an easy repair. So ever since I've owned this bike, I get buffeting in the face. And if you don't know, buffeting is sort of like wind. It's movement, you know, turbulence, I guess you'd say. So I'm 5'9". This factory windshield ledge right here is perfect to where it makes the wind dead in my face and eyes. So my helmet's moving around a lot, and I'm just like totally, it's just aggravating. You can't raise or lower yourself enough to where you can get away from it comfortably. So if you ride at a regular, you know, posture and that wind's in your face all day, it just kind of gets old. You know, it's not the end of the world. So I have removed the windshield and ridden the bike. And what you get there is this tire picks up. You got two fenders, and you think this wouldn't be the case. And I don't really have an explanation, but this tire picks up gravel. I guess when it comes around, it slings it right in your face. Little bitty pieces, fine pieces. I have another video, I think, where I was like, what in the world's going on here? But anyway, that's probably potentially worse than the buffeting if you get a rock in your eye. So I came up with a little idea. My cousin's an artist. I had him help me. He's great at marking things and doing drilling holes and things, and just doing it really good. So without rambling on anymore, let's get into how I fixed it for free, share it with you guys. If you got a Himalayan, this is going to be great. If you got a drill bit, if not, you can buy one. I'm going to drop a link below for what bit you need. And I also got a little tip for a automatic center punch that a company called Lisle, L-I-S-L-E, makes. It's great. It's going to really help this. So let's get right into it, guys. All right, so from the factory, this windshield lays forward about like that. This gap here is closed from the factory pretty good, and that's about how the windshield goes. Now, Hitchcock's in the UK makes a short tinted windshield that's awesome. I'd really love to have it, but it's a little pricey time you ship it to the US. And possibly Royal Enfield and some other companies may make a shorter windshield. But I really like this frosting on it, and I got my sticker on there, and I'm like, I don't really want to get rid of it. So what we did is we moved up right here, right above this factory hole, and we drilled a 7/32 hole right there. And what that allows us to do, now this perch here for the nut certs that go in for this actually has two positions, and I had already tried both, and I still had buffeting. So what this allows us to do is lay back right there. It actually makes this gap just about uniform, and then you can take and put the factory screw right back in this top hole right here, and that allows you to let it lay back. Now, letting that windshield lay back like that right there is absolutely perfect. I get some wind in my chest now. Who cares? It's not in my face. The only drawback that you're going to have is you're going to have a gap right here. Now, wind is not going to hurt because a lot of bikes don't even have a windshield, so wind's not going to hurt that instrument cluster. No big deal at all. If you hate this gap, couple of options. They make a foam tape that's sticky on one side. You can stick it right to the top edge of this before you put the windshield back on, and you can buy it different thicknesses. So you probably buy it about a 1/2 inch thick and let that fill the gap. Or if you got a piece of fuel line, vacuum line laying around like this, you could split it down the center with a razor and let it go over this edge, and that would close out a lot of that. Maybe put a little glue on it. That's an option. It doesn't bother me. I mean, if you get back from it, who cares? It looks good. I don't have that where it was rocking my helmet around. Like if you go on a 150-mile trip, your neck actually gets tired from it banging you around so much. So, but that's all there is to it, guys. That right there is a quick and easy, absolutely free repair, and that's the best thing I've done to the bike so far is to get rid of that, because it was my only complaint. So now this is a 7/32 drill bit. We removed the windshield. We used that Lisle center punch I'm going to show you guys here shortly, and drilled this hole. And like I said, my cousin John, shout out to him. He's a perfectionist when it comes to that kind of thing, and he really drilled them good, and they look good. But all we did is move directly above the factory hole, just enough to where it would have a little plastic left there, Lexan left there, to make the hole pretty rigid. Now you could technically slot this hole out if you wanted and just make one long slot, like if you got a little Dremel, and then you could adjust it to where you want. But that's just a super quick and easy repair. I thought I wanted wanted to share it with you guys, since it's tough to get free things anymore. But let me grab the center punch and show you guys. All right, guys, here's the automatic center punch. Now, what makes this thing cool is you can do it with one hand. You don't have to have a hammer. L-I-S-L-E, Lyle, it's got a spring in there, and it works great. So you basically just put it where you want it and push in, and it'll leave you an indentation enough to get your drill bit started exactly where you want it. So let's see if I can show you guys. Here's a castle nut I have laying around. Let's do this. So what you do, you just put it right where you want it and push down, and it's going to leave a little indentation there in it. And it works really good. See if we can do it again so I can show you guys. Yeah, so you see the little indentation it leaves there, if it'll focus. Not very big, but it definitely, this is pretty hard metal, but on that plastic it works really good. And you can actually, like, you can put it on there and hit it a few times over and over again, and then it will really leave a dent, you know. So good tool. I'll drop a link below for that, Lyle, L-I-S-L-E, and I'll do you a link for the 7/32 drill bit if you don't have one of those laying around. But if you got, it doesn't necessarily have to be 7/32, as long as it's as big as the screw. You could just get you a little small cheap drill bit set, because it's going into plastic, and run it in that factory hole, match it up. That's a good thing to do. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by the channel. Like I said, I hadn't done a how-to video in a while, and I thought, well, it's been a good time to do one. Got the bike cleaned up a little bit, and it's a slow Friday, so it's like, why not, you know? But you guys smash that like button. Come back to the channel again. We're going to have some good stuff. Got a part 2 coming up. If you hadn't checked out the little Boone, North Carolina video, the last one I did, go check it out. I got a part 2. Cody and I tried to find some cool weather, and we went up to North Carolina from here in upstate South Carolina and found an absolute fantastic place to ride, and it was 70 degrees all weekend, so took the little CT125. So come back, guys. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, and appreciate each and every one of you guys for watching the channel. All right.